stop that tremendous inflow of cash. You know, they're rebuilding their cities. They're rebuilding their airports. They're building bridges. When was the last time in this country that you saw a big bridge getting built? Like what, 50 years ago?
Yeah.
When was the last time that you saw an airport being built? We fix them up. We don't even fix them up. You know, I land at LaGuardia. It's like I leave China, or I leave Abu Dhabi, or I leave Qatar, or I leave Saudi Arabia, and it's like coming into a third world country when I land at LaGuardia.
Oh!
It's old, it's dirty, it's falling apart, it's disgusting. They have a sign, "We love New York," or "Welcome to New York." It's made out of 2x4s painted white, and they're rotted, right? You know, on a little grass mound, and they're rotted. You go to a place like Qatar, it's the most unbelievable thing you've ever seen. I go into the airport, and the manager is a great guy. Hey, look, I don't blame these countries if they outsmart us. Why would I blame them? I blame our people. If China and these other countries can outsmart us, I'm not angry at China. I'm angry at our leaders for letting it happen.
That's right.
So I'm in Qatar, and I see the most beautiful airport I've ever seen. And the manager, he's taking me around, the top guy, it's beautiful. Oh, Mr. Trump, massage parlor, everything. You'd have no idea. You can get a massage. This before you get onto a flight. Massage. LaGuardia, I can tell you the massages they give you. But you can get anything. So I say to the man, this is the most, Akbar. I say, Akbar, this is the most beautiful airport I've ever seen. No, 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 Donald. No, no, no. This is just temporary. There is the airport that we're building right now. I said, you have to be kidding.
That's right. That's right.
And we are living like in a third world country.
That's right.
And it's all being done because of our leadership is so bad. Okay.
That's right.
I've said on numerous occasions that we should watch China, we should watch OPEC, and what they're doing. We have, and this is something, I just bring it up because it's so sad, and this could be taken care of. I always say, give me one good admiral and a few ships. We have Somali pirates. You believe this? Somali pirates taking over these $500 million, the largest tankers in the world. And now we have Germany wants to buy the New York Stock Exchange. Think of it. I don't want, you know what? I'm all for free enterprise. I don't want Germany owning the New York Stock Exchange. As a businessman, I've seen what China and OPEC have been doing while politicians, and that's our politicians, have chosen to cast a blind eye and have state dinners in their honor. How about when the president of China came over a few weeks ago? And we give him a state dinner, and all he does is rip us off. It's unbelievable. He would have gone to McDonald's. Me, he goes to McDonald's. If I run and win, our country will be respected again, and China, OPEC, and all of the many nations that are ripping off this great country of ours will be dealt with very, very differently. And I'll tell you what, there'll be a pleasure to do it. You know, Obama used to go change. Boy, was that change bad. He used to go change. And even he's embarrassed by the word. But I'd like to cover just a few topics very quickly so you know where I stand on different issues. I am pro-life.
Yeah!
I'm against gun control. You know what's interesting, gun control? Because the bad guys are going to have the guns.
That's right.
People that are good, people that are really wonderful, they'll go get licensed, and then they'll hear, oh, gee, they didn't make enough income, or they didn't make some crap. They won't be. The bad guys are going to walk into your house with a gun. You're going to say, gee, I wish they would have given me a gun. At least I would have had a chance. You know, if the bad guys would get rid of the guns, but that's not going to happen. Never has, and it never will. So I am against gun control.
That's right. Go Donald!
I will fight and get rid of Obamacare, which is a total disaster. By the way, just a quick little sidelight. I went to the Wharton School of Finance. And by the way, you know, I always say what a good, you know, like I was really smart. You know why? Because if you believe that Obama should be giving his birth certificate, the press goes crazy. They make you like you've got an IQ of 13. So I always say, you know, I have very high aptitude. I was a great student. I went to the best school. I always start that off by saying, again, it's not to brag. It's almost like I'm trying to defend myself. Because the level of animosity, even within our own party. I heard Karl Rove today on television. It was terrible. No, what he said was amazing. He was so against me because I am questioning. All I want to do is see this guy's birth certificate. And look, I watched, and you know the Republicans have to be very careful of that. Because obviously Karl Rove didn't do very well the last couple of years in the Bush administration because, hey, whether you like him or not, George Bush gave us Obama, and I'm not happy about it.
That's right.
Okay, I'm not happy about it. We have a disaster on our hands. We have a man right now that almost certainly will go down as the worst president in the history of the United States. And the other thing is that I will create jobs. I'll bring jobs back home. When you call up for your credit card, you want to find out, hey, somebody used my credit card. I'm off by $2.50. You know who answers the phone? Most likely? Somebody from a foreign country, usually India.
That's right. That's right.
And what's that all about? And then they have incentives for doing business, outsourcing, they call it, overseas. What about us? And you know, I was watching the other day Ben Bernanke, and he was saying that the job growth is very slow, much slower. How can it be fast when like China is making all our products? How can it be fast when kids are going to college here and then they want to move to China because that's the only place they can get a job?
And the
Pretty sad. Pretty sad. Okay. A couple of words on foreign policy, because I'm watching things going on. We can't afford education. We can't afford to build a road. And yet we're in Iraq, Afghanistan, now Libya. How about Libya? Isn't that a beauty? We don't want to listen to this. We don't want to change the regime. We want nothing to do with the regime, but we want them out. Oh. So now people are saying, I can just imagine our soldiers and pilots, and they're probably saying, what does he mean? He said he's not going to be involved in the regime change. And then in another speech he says, we want him out. What does it mean? In the meantime, it's a total disaster because nobody knows what the hell they're doing. And Gaddafi is winning. I mean, I see him riding through the streets, waving at all his people. It's amazing. So, in the old days, and really listen to this one, because this is the thing I don't understand.
Bring them home.
In the old days, well, I would say bring them home. Somebody said bring them home.
Yeah.
And that's cool, but just listen for a second. This is somebody that has common sense and business sense and... Okay, ready?
Yeah.
In the old days, when we won a war, we won a war. We won a war. Not only us, everybody throughout history, for thousands of years. You win a war, you win a war. You keep the nation. You keep the land. You keep the oil. You keep it. So here, in the old days, when we won a war, we won a war. To the victor belong the spoils. Now, we go in and fight wars, hand over the keys after we're finished, years and years, trillions of dollars, hand over the keys to people that we do not know, do not trust, and who in most cases do not like us.
That's right.
We're spending many billions of dollars a week in Iraq, Afghanistan, and Libya, and nobody even knows what our end game is. I want this money to be spent rebuilding the United States. And by the way, with that being said, I am, of any candidate and potential candidate, the strongest person on military spending and military strength.
Yes!
What we're doing over there is ridiculous. You know, I gave an example in Afghanistan. We build a road, we build a school. They blow up the road.